Okay, I apologize for being late. I had a series of technical difficulties, but here. So, so thank you for joining me today. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Maddie. I don't have a niche. I have opinions. Now, today I'm actually streaming from my dining room, which is a nice change of scenery for me. And I actually kind of like because I have more lighting in here, so I'm actually do this more often. So I have not streamed in a few days, and that's because I've literally been working on myself, and it has gotten hectic. So quick update: I turned 27 um, a few days ago, so I'm officially 27, and that's about it. Just mainly been taking some time to myself to work on myself, and I've also been putting more effort towards some of my other WIPs. Of course, a lot of people know I'm working on the Unfriendly Black Mutants. Yeah, working on the Unfriendly Black Mutants, which is a project I'm loving. I can't wait for November because I'm going to do it in November. But today I wanted to work on a long abandoned WIP. When I say long abandoned, I have not updated this since March of 2019. So, and the reason why I wanted to update it on here was actually I was trying to kill two birds with one stone because one of my Twitch viewers, Dicer 29, was asking me about one of the programs I use to do my writing. And the main program I use is called Zoho Notebook. And the reason why I like using Zoho Notebook is because it gives me the flexibility to do the kind of writing I like to do. And the thing with me is, as a writer, with my writing style, I write all over the place. I don't write in order, and Zoho Notebook allows me that leverage to do that. It's free. It's completely free. So that's a benefit. And then not only that, with Zoho Notebook, excuse me, I can actually have it copied to Zoho Writer and do it on there. And Zoho Writer has more editing tools for me to use, and it comes in handy. So it's a little bit like Grammarly a bit, but just it's free. So that's what I love about it. There are like several benefits to it, and I highly recommend it. And along with talking about Zoho Writer, and Rosa Wakanda, I also want to do writing sprints because I have not done those in a while, and I know some of my viewers don't like writing sprints, and I can understand why. I didn't like writing sprints at first, and so I learned it's literally just trying to get in what you can at a small amount of time, not trying to write everything in a small amount of time. So it lessened my anxiety a bit, and then I learned with my ADHD, it does help me stay focused for that short amount of time. Now, Rosa Wakanda it was actually my first Black Panther fanfic, And I actually wrote it after when I was going through a really difficult time, and I kind of had this need I wanted to be taken care of. So I started it as a comfort fic, and then it just became more. And then I even built my first set of audience with it, which I didn't actually intend to do. It just happened. That's become one of my most prominent fics. It's only up to 6 chapters now, but I have at least like 30 chapter plus of ideas, and then I'm actually considering a sequel. Now, whether or not that's gonna happen, I don't know, but I'm excited about it. And I'm actually ready to get reacquainted with this world. Now, I actually have taken some time to write out ideas, some ideas on paper. As some of you know who watch some of my old and unsuccessful streams would know that I like handwriting, and I'm actually here's some of the notes I made when I was trying to get back to into the Rose of Wakanda world. I like handwriting my notes and actually handwriting, because handwriting gives me a different freedom. But I'm actually learning to more transition more to the computer more, just so I wouldn't waste too much time. But yes, and then another thing that with Unfriendly Black Readers is helping me plot more. So if you guys want, I can do just another stream of me going through my Rose of Wakanda notes and just plotting them out and things like that. I would love to do that. Um I actually saved my notes to Rose of Wakanda and one one notebook from Microsoft. But I'm actually going to transition them over to Zoho Notebook. And if you guys want a stream or a video of me just plotting through the, I'll just be plotting through the story, then I would love for you guys to come see that. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is my Zoho notebook for Rosa Wakanda. Now this one, because I've not worked on it worked on it in a while. Yeah, I have not worked on it in a while. So it only has like little notes. And then the thing with Zoho, that notebook that I love, that it allows me to save. I have my text notes, and I can also save pictures too. So here's one picture that I saved. It's a picture of Samantha Marie Ware. So Samantha Marie Ware, and mind you, at I started the story in 2017. No, it was 2018. Now I think about it. So at the time, she did have the face came up 16-year-old character. Now she's too old. However, I'm not going to change her because she still kind of could pass for a 16-year-old. And her character, for those of you who don't know, is called Weza. And Weza is a character that works for the palace. She's a she's a maid, and she's 16. And her background story is that she came to live in the palace when she started when she started getting her power. She's a telekinetic, telepathic, and she can mind control. And I'm gonna honestly say this. This is before I even thought about Unfriendly Black Mutant. So if you have watched my Unfriendly Black Mutant streams, either on YouTube or Twitch, I kind of understand why it seems like I'm obsessed with telepathy and telekinesis. And I kind of am. Those are just like two of the coolest powers to me. But I really, especially with Unfriendly Black Mutants and even with other WIPs I'm working on, I'm actually trying to learn to branch out more. So I plan to branch out more as far as powers. I plan to do that. And I've actually, Unfriendly Black Mutants have allowed me to look into other powers. And so I've had that. So that's a picture I have saved of Samantha Marie Ware. Now it also allows me to share links. Like here is one link that's titled 10 more photos that show why Tiana Paris is the #1 natural hair celeb in the game. I'm gonna actually switch to that tab right quick. Just give me 1 second. Okay. No, I don't. Okay. So here are pictures of Tiana Paris. Now, right, just a little scenario. This was back in my dog. This is back in 2018. And so when I came up with this storyline, I got inspired to use Tiana Paris as my main character, Rose, which I'm gonna get into in a bit. And this, for those of you who are MCU fans, you recognize Tiana Paris as Monica Rambeau. So I did start this story before I even knew Monica Rambeau was going to be in the MCU. And of course, when I found out it was Tiana Paris, I got excited. I can't say I'm the biggest Tiana Paris fan, but I love her work, and she's beautiful, and I love her personality. So, and because she switches up her hairstyle. Even with Rose, I try to switch it up a bit. Now, and I've actually given a few indications about her hair in chapters because I can't say her hair is a personality, but it's a feature of her personality. So in chapter 1, it was mentioned how her hair was a mess, and that's because but she just gone away for a while, but we don't find out where she was until chapter 6. In chapter 4, she's she's seen wearing a braid. Well, no, it's mentioned that her hair was in pigtails, but then T'Challa had took her pigtails down so he could play her hair, but he put it back up to braid it into a single braid. So that was cute. And then there's and then in chapter 5, it was a flashback. So even though her hair has been like Afro style up until then, well, it's still Afro style. Her in chapter 5 in her flashback, she had macro braids. And so she just wore because Tiana Paris switches up her hairstyle, I wanted to incorporate that into Rose. And so I say this article in my Zoho notebook because it gave me different styles she has tried. And also I'm using it as a guide when it comes to describing hairstyles, because describing hairstyles, especially when it came to me wanting to learn how to create Black characters, was not my strongest suit. Okay. So here's another picture of Tiana Paris. I'm not exactly sure what this hairstyle is called. Oh, okay, here it is. It's called a coil top knot, which is actually cute. And I don't know if I consider actually trying it. Cause I don't know what Tiana's hair texture is. I think she's like a 4B or 4C. She's probably like a 4A for a B, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm 4C. Now his called a wavy chignum. I hope I got that right. Now this is also very cute. I don't know if I actually have time to try it on myself, but maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Now these are twists with cornrows. Now I actually have this picture saved somewhere because I actually want to do something where T'Challa tries this hairstyle on her. And it was mainly because I was considering that Black Panther Princess Diaries crossover. Yay, Dexter's here. No, it's Wakanda from Black Panther. I mentioned earlier that this was my first Black Panther. This is my first Black Panther fanfic. And honestly, I can't even take credit for the name because my writing partner, she actually gave me the name because I suck at writing titles. So she came up with the idea of the Rose of Wakanda. And I like this. So I stuck with it. Okay, and here it is again. And like I said, her hair is just really cute. Now, this is called the Goddess Braid. Now, I didn't know that at the time, but this is actually the hairstyle that T'Challa had braided her hair into after he took her pigtails down. Okay, and here's a loosely braided updo that is really cute. I would like to wear this, but I'm not doing it myself. Okay, Nubian twist. Now, this something like this I could probably do myself. And honestly, these kind of hairstyles look so cute on me. So I'm actually gonna try this hairstyle one day. I'll try to do it myself one day. But yeah, okay, so double knotted bun. This is the hairstyle. It's cute, of course. But she's one of those who can rock any hairstyle because she has the face for almost any hairstyle. This one says, "Oh, Hollywood glam," and honestly, looking at it, it does give me like 1940s and 50s vibes. Like when you watch a period piece of movies set in like the 50s and 60s, I've seen like a lot of Black women and Caucasian women even sport hair styles like this. I think that's really cute. And so even in this picture, it does give me 1950s vibes. And I actually may say this picture because that just may give me some inspiration for if I ever wanted to do a period piece. So that'll be fun. And here's her, I wouldn't say regular, but this is the one hairstyle I associate her with the most. It's called the curly set. This is the hairstyle I associate her with the most. So this is the hairstyle I picture Rose with. And even the classic puff, and I never tried the classic puff. I probably could, but I feel like I don't have, my hair isn't long enough. My hair is like average for a 4C person. No, she's actually not Dora Milaje, and I'm actually gonna get more into it in a little bit. Okay, and that's about it. So those are the different hairstyles of Tiana Paris and my character Rose. So hold on. Okay, so I know I've been talking a lot about the character, but I haven't really delved into like who she is. I'm actually gonna pull up my Wattpad. at least kind of keep me on track because honestly, I've been out of this world for 2 years and I'm literally just trying to read. Fortunately, I found my old notes and I'm going to transition over to Zoho Notebook and like I said, if you guys want to do a stream of just me plotting, plotting, writing notes and discussing those things, we can. Like I love doing plotting streams. I actually now that I've learned to plot more just from doing um unfriendly black YouTube. I've actually found plot fun and it really allows me to just get all of my um word vomit, idea vomits, whatever out of my head. And so it's better. I think my readers are gonna be happy knowing of me updating this. Okay. So Rose is a okay. Actually, her name is Ravuka Esahili, but she goes by Rose because Rose in Hosta is Ravuka. And it's actually a beautiful name, but I came up with the name Rose, but it was actually in a role play with someone I used to do on IMVU, and I created the character Rosie, who was supposed to be like the character I had in mind is like they're young, but kind of a old person mentality, an old soul basically. So looks young but acts old. And she always want to raise, even if she just get a raise. She's like, because with the child, she's like, yeah, you don't pay me enough to do half the things I have to deal with when it comes to you. So she always wants a raise. And I may actually keep that in because it's funny to me. So that's how I started. So that's how I started off. I named her Rosie, but my RP partner at the time kept calling her Rose, so it just kind of stuck. And then when years later we stopped doing RP for a while because we actually stopped talking in personal reasons. Then we started again, and I just became overly obsessed with this character. And when I couldn't RP with him, I was like, I just want to do it with this character. So I just started like, let me start creating a world with this character. And this is more so after when the movie came out, I had a better sense of T'Challa and how I think they would interact more. So I actually started wanting to do a series with this, and that's how Rose of Wakanda was born. So Ravuka Esahili um, is the head of housekeeping at the Wakanda Palace, and used her father was head of housekeeping until he died of. Actually, I wasn't sure he died. What he died of. Because in the first chapter, Rose Wakanda just says he was terminally ill, so it could have been anything, and it it really could have been anything. And she and T'Challa have been best friends since they were kids. She and T'Challa have been best friends since they were kids. And so after her father died, she took over for him. And chapter one opens up. It's the honestly, I think part of the reason why I may not get a lot of readers. Well, Wattpad says I have 1K readers, so that's the most readership I have as far as this fic is concerned. But the readership No, part it may be not the easiest to read because not a lot of people like reading in first person point of view. However, the point of view that this is written from is from her diary. So chapter one, she got the diary as a gift to child because she felt like she needed it. So chapter one just opens up with, um, "Hi, this is me. This is who I am. This is my occupation." That she basically been gone for about um a month or three. I think it was just a month. And so far, it explains her relationship with Weza, who is like, in a way, you kind of see it progress over time, but it's like she thinks of Wes as like a little baby sister. And a little background, because I talked about Wes a little bit. So Weza does have parents. She goes to see them on weekends. She just lived at the palace while she's learning to control her abilities. And another thing you kind of see as far as the dynamic that, when it comes to Shala, she does not she's not afraid to tell him about himself if need be. It's like if almost everyone else could like walk on eggshells around him, she's not gonna walk on eggshells around him. He's protective of her, which she doesn't like, but in the long run, she realized he does because he cares about her. And and it also mentioned that she's engaged, but she has not spoke to her fiance in months. And so basically, when she returns to the palace, learning to, she's readjusting to being there after her time away. And it's mentioned that T'Challa is trying to, like, take it slow with her, let her have her time to herself. And she's like, I'm ready to get back to work because there's literally nothing to do. I'm bored. So he eventually let her get back to work. But you kind of get a sense that without her, the palace could fall in shambles. So they need her, so to speak. And in my opinion, this is actually just one of my favorite. This is it was my first Black Panther fic, but it's actually one of my favorites. So that's a little background on Rose. But honestly, if you really just want more, you're gonna have to actually read the fic yourself. And please let me know. I can link it down below if you would like to read more. And so, like I was saying, I said earlier that I don't write in order. So I'm actually working on chapter 7, but I actually have parts of chapter 8 typed, and I also have them written out. Handwritten. Here's a little bit of chapter 9 because these were some things that popped into my head. And as you can see, it is not perfect. And part of it's because when I'm working and it's kind of slow, I actually have a Bluetooth keyboard. And so it's like if I can, I get like a little struck inspiration. I have the time and the space. I go ahead and type in my little keyboard. And sometimes it does not give me what I like. So there's that. And So that's why it's all over the place, which is fine because um it's just there and I can always fix it later. And one thing I've learned about myself as a writer, which is holding me back, is the inability to just want to fix it later. So it's like, so if I allow myself to make all the mistakes, so that a part of the reason why I love writing scripts is because it allows I get to allow myself to make mistakes. I still need to go back and correct, but I get to make mistakes, and then this was also some stuff that I wrote for chapter 19. And which, because it's like way later than where I am right now, it is subjected to change. And this is chapter 21. And like I said, it's subjected to change. And if you want to go through the plotting with me, like let me know if you really want me to do a plotting stream. I would love to do that. Like I have most of it figured out, but just I just like having that feedback while I'm plotting, so it'll just help me go through the story more. So now that we've gone through that, this is actually a quote I had put down because I wanted to like write a soulmate at you for them. I still may, but I was only gonna write it as kind of like a apology for not updated for a while. So it's like, sorry I'm updated for a while, but here's a little AU while I try to work on getting the rest of it out. So, but honestly, I don't think that's actually gonna happen. Which is fine, because I can always write a soulmate AU for someone else. So now we're getting into the chapter I'm actually going to work on today, which is chapter 7. Now, this is just something I have written. I written this earlier. Yeah, I written this like months ago, but they were like it's unfulfilled, and like I've shown earlier, and I'm gonna put it back up again. I do have things written out, handwritten already, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and add and that doesn't. Before I do that, I want to show a feature as to why I like using Zoho Writer and Zoho Notebook so much. So I said earlier that it was Zoho Notebook, I got copy to the Zoho Writer. So this is what happens. This is the share button, and it says, do you want to email it? Do you want to share it as a public link? Or do you want to copy to Zoho Writer? I always share as a public link, more so my friends and writer partners can read it and give me feedback. So today, and I normally do copy to Zoho Writer. I'm actually ready to work, like honestly ready to work, edit, and put out content, the content. And well, now I can focus solely on that specific chapter content or whatever. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and copy to the Zoho Writer. Okay, and it says, do you want to open it now? So I'm going to open it. And it's going to show up in a new tab, and I'm actually going to switch to that tab right now. Okay, so this is the Zoho Writer. I actually have it. Hold on. I'm trying to see if they'll let me rename it. Okay, I'll just do a save as and rename it there. So another feature, the reason why I love this, all of the writer in the notebook is clouded. And so, I got something. It's clouded, so I said I do this on my phone too. I actually, wait, what? Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I mentioned I use this stuff on my phone. It is clouded and it does save. So I can use it from my computer, my phone, etc. Phone, tablet, and oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. That's cool. So I actually okay. So while I was trying to show how it works, I actually found that I actually did actually start some of it. So here's what I have so far for the the chapter 7. And I still think I have some more holes to fill in. So I'm gonna do that in a little bit. And so I was saying about the editing. Words about I like it. Here's some things that are, but again, I don't write these in order. I have like a bad habit of not writing in order. So here's editing, and here's the thing. Okay, so this says Isis. This is Isis now. To give you feedback, we meet Isis in chapter 6. Isis is one is actually Rosa's best female friend. And she kind of became Rosa's best female friend at in school. Yeah, during school age, and what happened was, so Isis, it was a daughter. Is a she's Wakanda Dominican. Oh, hi, Alley Cat. I just saw you. I really do apologize if you said something I haven't said anything. So thank you. So I apologize for that. She's Wakanda Dominican. Her mother was a Wakandan war dog. Yeah, her mother was a Wakandan war dog. Her father was a Dominican, and okay, and they were not married. And something happened that Isis lost her father, and so she and her mom moved back to Wakanda, and she's lived there since then. Yeah, and she's lived there since then. So Isis is her best friend. They met when they were teenagers, working at the market. And Rose had a job. Isis had a job. So that's how they met. So currently Isis is now the queen of the Jabari tribe. And she's married to Lord of Baku, and she's also currently pregnant with child number 3. Yeah, she's currently pregnant with child number 3. And her face claim is Amara La Negra. And if y'all don't know who Amara, oh, thank you. I'm not used to chatters on YouTube. I'm actually streaming from both Twitch and YouTube. So most of my chatters are on Twitch. So you'll be like my first official YouTube chatter. But thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So yeah. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Why I just realized I have panties right here. Wait, I'm gonna fix that a little bit. Anyway, so panties. Anyway, so they said ISIS is a probably misused word. This is the name. So I'm gonna ignore. And then I have right here. I didn't the quote is I didn't the dialogue is I didn't say you weren't, but is a call or something hard to do. Now, why this thing says I never heard of that word rent. Is rent not a word? Said it doesn't fit the concept. Hold on. I'm about to Google this. Where it. Is that even a word? Okay. I'm still looking up because that does not feel like a word. Okay. So I don't know. The closest I came is something like it says using it in Tagalog, which is I know is like a Philippine language collection of someone from the Philippines who does speak Tagalog. Um, I think she tried to teach me, and I just think I haven't picked it up. And that actually makes sense because Zoho does come from like an Asian company, and I noticed that. Don't ask me which one, because I don't know. I didn't really research it. And honestly, in this day and age, I'm afraid to come off as offensive. But actually, the reason I even noticed this was it was actually this thing right here. And it's called the Z. It's spelled ZIA. So it could be Zia, Zay, or something like that. And it's not much to read right now because it's not much to grade on because I still have a lot more to write. But this it kind of grades this. It kind of it gives me a grading on my writing, so to speak. So it says like it's fairly easy to read. It's a 2-minute read. It's fairly easy to read. That's only because I haven't put everything in there yet. And another thing that helps me is with let me see if it works on this because sometimes it don't work. Hold on. No, it doesn't. I use Natural Reader, so I'm actually gonna have to so I can't use the web version. I actually may have to use the actual. Let me see if the actual version will work. So I use a program called Natural Reader to read my writings to me, so I can hear how it sounds. Now I'm actually using a floating bar right now, and I don't think it can be seen because no, but a web version of Natural Reader, so I can read documents off the internet for me. And it does not. It works good on notebook, but it does not work well on the writer. So that kind of puts me between a rock and a hard place. I'm either going to use the notebook to listen and write all of it, or I'm either going to use the writer. But I actually prefer to use the writer because it has more editing options. But I can use a floating. I'm seeing right now if I can use a floating bar on Zoho Writer. That's okay. I don't know if you guys could hear because I had it in my headphones. I doubt it though, but it actually does work well. So I get to have my cake and eat it too. As far as like reading and doing editing. So this is Zoho Writer and it's amazing. So first I'm actually what time is it now? Okay, I'm actually gonna hit the 1 hour mark, and so I'm actually only allowed to stream for 2 hours. But actually, I have to go to one of my jobs today. I work multiple jobs, and so what I'm gonna do is I am going to go ahead and start the writing sprints. And I was gonna actually take some time to yeah, I was actually gonna take the time to at first to put these holes in, but only because I don't have the time for it. I'm actually have to start my writing sprints now. And I can only do two sprints. I can only do two sprints, so I'm actually pressed for time. So, and that's another thing I like about the doing sprints. It actually helps me keep track of my time. So, I won't be too caught up in writing that actually miss doing things like chores, forget to go to work, and things like that. So, it actually is a time management for me. So, I'm set. I had the timer set for 30 minutes. So, I'm going to not only am I gonna put in what put in what I already have handwritten. I'm actually going to go ahead and add on some more. And I'm actually going to share some pieces. So, starting now. Oh, and feel free to sprint with me if you would like to. sorry. I'm giggling because I know my best friend is gonna read this. I know my best friend's gonna read this, and I already know she's gonna have something to say. So I almost cannot wait for her to see this part when I post this chapter. Baby girl, why are you on my table? Ow! I told you to stop play biting. Ow! I'm sorry, that's my cat. Well, she's not my cat. I'm just holding her here so I can take her to the shelter. But I do have a dog, and this is who is they're interrupting my writing sprint. But I'm refocused. Okay. I'm actually writing down. I actually taken my pen because I just got a stroke of inspiration for another chapter. And so I want to go ahead and write it down. right quick. This is one thing I do in my writing process. Like I switch from handwriting to typing. So this is one of the things in my writing part of my writing process. Just I actually kind of like it. It makes me feel productive. Okay. It is time for me to stop and take a break, but I'm actually going to finish up this one little handwritten sentence, and I'm going to get back into it. And I want to take like a little 2 minute, 2 to 5 minute. Okay, so hi chatters, how are we doing? Oh, you're fine, Dicer. I'm glad to have you back. I love when you just come on my chat. So, hi chatters, how are we doing in the chat? Are there any questions or any comments that would like to be made? And no worries, because your class is more important than my stream. You can always watch the stream later. Oh, I have more chatters on YouTube. Hi, I'm really sorry. I was so focused on the sprint. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Let's see. Okay, I see Thrifty Simplicity. Hi. Okay, Alley Cat. I read 12 chapters in my book and wrote 99 words while finishing a chapter. I'm kind of stuck on what to do next, but I figure out eventually. Allie, if you don't mind me asking, what are you stuck on? Like, what seems to be the problem? Yes, Dicer, I do have a I do have a YouTube channel. I stream on it mostly, but I'm actually trying to work on the schedule to produce other content on YouTube. So it's really to help me build my brand as as a writer and on just to also talk about my WIPs more. So it's mainly to build my brand and get some of my work out there. Okay. I'm still gonna want to write next to my book. I'm out. Okay. Hi Brittany. Hi again. Thrifty, you're good. And hello. Vicnix, this is the most chat I've had on YouTube. Okay. So Allie, my advice will be literally just two ideas. Like just write down what your ideas are and like I choose bullet points because bullet points are easier for me to keep track of. So try doing bullet points and then I actually started using like writing exercises. Well, I call them writing exercises, but there's a website. Just Google name generators. You can I'm actually gonna link it in the chat. Also, it'd be easier. And they have this plot generator called Cure Writer's Block. And I actually love it. And I'm actually gonna show you how I use it. All right, quick. Give me 1 second. To be honest, I stream. Okay, so Daxter, to answer your question, while I'm actually trying to pull this up, I stream more on Twitch because YouTube has copyright things like when I'm not doing writing streams on Twitch, I do movie reactions. Those normally happen during the time you're asleep. So I don't know if you get to watch them, but yeah, I do movie reactions on Twitch because I don't get that too much of a copyright issue on Twitch. On YouTube, I get those copyright issues. So I can't do those on YouTube. Um, also I use the Twitch to well when I do the movie reactions, I also do my hair. You actually saw me do my hair before, and I actually need to do another hair stream soon. Well, I'm calling it a hair stream, but it's really just like I'm gonna get on here, chat while doing my hair. But actually, that's a fun title, hair salon stream. I actually started doing that because Harry on Hook did. She was doing a live. She was talking about drama while she was doing it. She was braiding her hair, so that kind of gave me the idea to do that. Actually, be fun to do hair salon stream. I'm a cop. That's gonna be a series, but that has to be Twitch exclusive because I do, depending on what's gonna happen, I do play videos. And that's a copyright issue, and I don't need that would be a copyright issue on YouTube, and I don't need that. Okay, so I'll lead to what I was saying. This is the plot generator cure writer's block. I'm gonna go ahead and link that in the chat for you and for anybody else who could use it because honestly, it has been my. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put it in the description box as well. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description box when it's time for me to edit the stream. Yeah, anyway. So it says, have you already started your story? I say, yeah. I'm only gonna do 10 because honestly I'm still pressed for time. And I only have time to do one more stream. I mean one more sprint. Okay, now I'll skip the pen name part. So it says write me some prompts. So then it'll take you to part 2 and it'll give you like your character name. So for this, I'm gonna put like 3 of my character names. So I'm gonna say Rose, Esehili. Yeah, Esehili, female. T'Challa, you. My speller Idaku. I use this a lot, so it repeats what I say. And I will fair warn, it does only for now. For now, if y'all want to, y'all could probably send in an email or something to say, try to be more explicit to non-binary. So for now, it has male and females, but if you want to be more inclusive, not exclusive, I apologize. Inclusive towards non-binaries, you guys can send an email or something like that. It's just, I just mentioned it to be fair. And who else? I'm going to go ahead and just add in Shuri because she's more of a small character in the. Can you be quiet? She's more of a small character in this series, but she actually does play prominent roles. Okay. And I'm going to fair warn you because I use this so much, I get the same prompts. However, like I don't know how they're gonna get more prompts. However, the only reason why I'm okay with these same prompts is because I write different stories so much is that this prompt may not fit my story right now, but it could later. Or it may not fit this story, but it could fit another story. So if you use it as often as I do, you will see the same prompt. So that part does get annoying, but for me, it's helpful. Okay. So these are the prompts it has so far, and let me see if if any of them helpful. Okay. The person claiming to be Shuri Udaku is actually her twin. Not gonna need it. Okay, T'Challa Udaku notices something unexpected in the background of an old photo. I'm not gonna say not needed. I just don't see me needing it right now. Okay, Shuri Udaku notices some intriguing footprints. Don't need it. Give T'Challa Udaku something to laugh about. I'm actually going to go ahead and copy and paste this to my notebook for this series. Because I could actually probably use it, not right now, but I could actually probably use it, and if not in this one, another one, because I do write a lot of Black Panther fanfiction. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually going to make that for the next second sprint because that actually add on to something I need. Okay, so if I says give T'Challa Udaku a disability, how will that affect the rest of the story? I won't be able to use this in that story, but that is an amazing prompt. However, another Tumblr, a writer I did on Tumblr, she did a story with it. I'm not gonna say it was the exact prompt, but with this idea, and it was one of the most amazing stories ever. And I'm gonna read it again because it is angst filled, and I am addicted to angst. Okay. Sure, Yudaku ignores a phone call. Why? Mm, you know what? I'm actually going to copy and paste this because that will be interesting. That would be interesting. Okay, and here's a writing exercise. Describe Shuri Yudaku's funeral. Yeah, we're not doing that. Only because that's my girl. I can never. She's one of the few characters who I can't imagine not killing off. I'm so serious. That one hurt my heart. Okay. Give Rose Esahili a pet. She actually has a pet. I actually forgot about that. So she has a tiger named Leo, and he's in chapter one. And not much to say. He's a tiger. But so she took him in at 16 and she kind of kept him. So not much there to say. Okay, introduce a character from T'Challa's past. That's actually gonna happen. Well, no, hold on. I wouldn't say past is literally spoiler. Nakia just comes in. But the way I have her written it kind of in a way she's written in a way of yeah, she's written in a way that it kind of feel like something from its past, which I wouldn't say from it's been established that that's his ex. So this is that. And then number 10 says write a diary entry as if you're sure you Daku. Um I'm actually gonna skip that one because honestly I'm just not gonna need it. And the only reason I say I'm not gonna need it is because even though she's in the story, her her place is important. It's just not, she just don't really have anything I can use from her perspective. Okay. Now this is now that was the prompts. Now let me explain why it's helpful to me. Okay, right quick, let me answer some questions. Doctor, to answer your question, I'm still actually in volume 2 of Ruby. I have not moved because I got hyperfixated with writing, so I decided doing that more. You're welcome, Thrifty. I hope you can use it. Okay, now for the prompt about making T'Challa laugh, I'm yeah, I call them writing exercises, and then I write scenes to them. Okay, so there is a scene that he does laugh. In my head, I don't know what chapters because I have not pulled up my chapter notes on it, but I'm gonna write down what he's laughing about the scenario and how it's gonna help. Okay. 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 So that's the scene. So he likes to have so I am doing a little bit of spoilers. That's the best part about these streams. You get some spoilers. But it's like I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I may tell you what's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna have the same essence as actually reading the scenes. Because honestly, even me, I know what's gonna happen, but it will not have the same essence as the actually writing the scenes. Okay, so he laughs at her. Uh, okay, so okay, so he's not laughing at her. It's more like he laughs with her. Okay. So that's what happened, and I'm gonna actually write like a somewhat of a headcanon of how this plays out. Okay, so this started because how this started. Okay, so this started because she and T'Challa kind of got into an argument the night before. Oh no, I'm wrong. Okay, if I had this stuff handled, so they did not get into argument. Okay, it's more okay. So Nakia comes in. Nakia comes back to Wakanda for a mission, which let me stop talking. Okay, so anyone who's on Tumblr knows that this is actually called headcanon. Actually, I think once I finish this, I can actually then get off. So this is not the writing sprint I was hoping for, but honestly, this just actually I could still put my timer up. Yeah, I'm going to put reset the timer and then just so I won't be on time, so I actually have to get off soon. Okay, so the timer is going, and I'm gonna keep this up so you guys can read when I'm ready. Okay, so the cue goes on. Hey, quiet. I'm sorry, I crack myself up when I write sometimes. Cause I say the most off the wall things while writing. Okay, so the 30-minute timer is done, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off because I'm literally almost done. Hold on. I can't stop changing this because like it's so many possibilities. Okay, this one sounds better. Okay, I am done. I actually went a little bit past my time, so I am going to explain to my person why I'm late, but that's okay. So that's what I meant about how I was saying, using using the prompt to like prompts and other things to come up with ideas. And that was like around 30 minutes. And I managed to actually get 820 words. That is a surprise to me because I've never done that before. Okay, so now that I'm finished with that and time's up with that, I'm gonna go through the comments in the chat and I'm just gonna try to go through a little bit of everything. So, okay, thank you, Dicer. Dicer just telling me that they have some story idea sites and they just sent them to me. So thank you, Dicer. You're always sending me good things. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're fine, Allie. I'm actually glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. Um Thank you so much for coming and I really hope today's stream was helpful. Okay. So it is time for me to go. I am going to figure out what the next writing stream going to be, what time it's going to be, and the next topic we're going to be discussing. So thank you all who tuned into today's stream. It was very insightful. I've actually got more work done than I planned to, and I'm excited for the next one. And I'm so glad to be back in this Rose of Wakanda world. I really missed it, and maybe the next stream would just be me, doing more writing sprints. Let me know if not the chat in the comment section on the save live. 'Cause I'm actually gonna save this live for YouTube. If you will like me to do more accountability sprints, I can do those and I can have some good times for the viewers. So thank you everyone who came. Thank you so much for your time and you have a wonderful day. Remember, I am Maddie and I don't have a niche, I have opinions. Bye.